Now, the latest is that the IMF and the World Bank Group confirmed Somalia's arrears clearance, also known as the decision point, on Wednesday to write off its debt. Now, whereas it's taken them 30 years to have this debt written off, Prime Minister of Somalia says having no debt is the second liberation to his country after independence. Take a look.
Today, this is, to me, is the second liberation after the first, which was the independence of our country. To reach where we have reached. We fully today have access to the international financial institutions as any other country globally. And of course, the timing is also a time when the world goes through a difficult challenge, and we are not any different. So the resources we will have access to through the international financial institutions and other development partners will give our country an opportunity to provide service to our people, but more importantly, to combat the coronavirus that is terrorizing our global order.
Now, one of the conditions under the debt relief initiative is that countries have to commit to economic and financial reforms. Just tell us about the journey. What are some of these structural reforms specifically you've undertaken in Somalia?
Remember, our country is one of the countries, if not the country actually, that has reached fastest and shortest time on the HIPC decision point. That shows the commitment of the leadership and the government of this country. When we came to office, the first task has been for us to change the political and cultural mindset, to rally the entire nation for a very difficult and painful process of economic reforms. That said, we had to ensure that all revenues were locally generated. When we took office, 21 out of the 26 land ministries were collecting revenues. Private companies were collecting revenues. There were no electronic payment. There were only cash payments. There were no registration of civil servants, no registration of police, no registration of our military. Everyone is now registered, reformed, digitalized, biometrically, and every payment is paid electronically from one bank account to another bank account. A highly transparent and accountable system, which meant corruption has dramatically been reduced, accountability has been enhanced, and trust of the ordinary citizens and business community has been promoted in this country. It hasn't been easy because to change that culture, especially with vested interest, but because of the commitment of the Somali people and the entire leadership of this country, we are where we are, and we are very grateful to our people, but also to our international partners, whom without their support, we wouldn't be where we are today.
There you have it. After 30 years, Somalia is free of debt. Now